Hey, welcome back to Cranky Bike Guy. It's all about bikes and beers, right? And today's video is going to be a little bit different than what you've seen from me in the past couple of months. Today's is going to be about the beer. What I'm going to show you today is probably a real quick thing, but it's something I think that's pretty interesting, and I think you'll think it's interesting too. And it's all about how you manage hops when you're growing them at home, so homegrown hops. With that, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is my hops. So I do have Centennial hops, right? There's enough there for probably two 5-gallon batches, and then I have my nuggets, and there's probably about the equal amount there. So underneath that I have, it's going to be kind of hard to pick this up when I have the camera in my hand, but underneath that I have my crystals. So that's the crystals there, and then I have my Cascades. And so the Cascades didn't do too well this year because I transplanted them, and when I transplanted them, sorry about that, when I transplanted them, they were kind of shocked, and so they didn't produce as well this year as they did like last year. Last year I had enough to do probably 3 batches of beer just from Cascades alone. So I do now have 4 Cascade plants. So next year is going to be a huge year for the Cascades. And I actually have a vine right now that has some. Let me show you. Okay, before I do, just excuse the mess because I'm still building my brew stand. And just to show you kind of what the brew stand's looking like, there you go. I just had these made. I went out and bought some metal, and then I took it to work because I got pipe benders or metal benders at work. And so I bent the metal there. And then I have another one down here for the other section. So this is going to be where the mash tun is. This is going to be where I'm going to heat up the water for the mash tun. So it's a gravity feed system. And then here is where I'm going to do my my boils. So with that, let's go check out the final hop plant that just kind of came up out of nowhere. Well, it came out of somewhere. So on this hop plant, as we come outside here, this hop plant was I didn't get all of the what do I want to call it? The root system out, right? So here you can see that I had a little piece of the root system right here, still left in the ground, and this is what came up. And it's so this would be a first season, right? And this first season already has, you got it, hops. So it's kind of raining right now, so I need to get the camera back in before I get it too wet, but that's pretty cool, right? Okay, so one of the things you have to do with hops, if you're not going to use them right away, right off the vine and into the pot, you need to dry them out. So that's why they're in the net or in the screen system here. That screen system allows air to flow through them and really dries them out real nice. And then once they're dried out, you'll need to weigh them out and then package them and then stick them in the freezer. Now, normally I would use my vacuum sealed bags for this, but I'm going to be doing most of my brews right away, so I'm not necessarily too concerned about allowing too much oxygen into the bags because I'm going to use them right away. Last year's I put them in the freezer with just regular sandwich bags, and sandwich bags are not sealed, so the oxygen got into the bags and basically it ruined the hops before I was able to use them. So this year is going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to use all the hops. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and measure out by the ounce my hops, and then I'm going to put them in sandwich bags, and then I'm going to seal them up in a box. Not a box, but in a bucket. And then I'm going to try to suck out all the oxygen out of the box using my CO2 canister, and we'll see how that goes. Because I really want to start brewing next weekend. This weekend I got so much on my plate that I'm not going to be able to brew beer this weekend. However, I am going to do mead. So that'd be kind of cool. A blackberry mellow mel. Should be really good. So the first thing I got to do is remove this outer top piece here. And I want to do it slowly because I like reutilizing this screen. It's basically all it is just a window screen. So let's find my favorite beer top remover. So that ain't gonna, these are 1 inch thick or 1 inch long, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to remove them. But I can go ahead and just kind of pop them out of there slowly. So again, these are the Cascades, and I want to measure them out by the ounce, just so I get a good count to them. Or I mean, when I'm doing my boil, I can really take good notes with them. Some of these are looking a little brown. Gosh, dog it, they smell good. All right, so when you're doing hop pellets and you're doing, whole leaf like this, the whole leaf is going to be, you're going to have to use quite a bit more of the whole leaf to get the same amount. So that's only 0.3 ounce. So this might just be only 1 ounce of hops here because they're all dried out. I might get 2 in. .7. Nope, I'm not going to get 2 in. So this is just going to be a 1 bag deal, and we'll see just how much we get there. Maybe. Maybe I'll get 1.5 ounces. No, no way. Yeah, because that's 0.8. Okay, so again, this is going to be the crystals, and I'm going to do it a little bit different. I am going to actually go get myself a bowl, and I'm going to use a bowl to measure it out. Makes it a little bit faster and a little bit more smooth. Okay, so I went out and got myself a bowl. I got a little bit of a mess on it. Now I've got to re-zero this out again, so turn it on. Zero now. It's 4.1 and 4.2 ounces. And it's now zeroed out. So now I can measure these out pretty quickly. 0.4, 0.7, 8. Okay, so I didn't mention that what crystals were good for. Crystals have a low AAU rating, about 5 AAU, 5 to 7, I think, 5 to 6. Without looking, I can't really quite remember. However, I can't talk and write at the same time, obviously. Anyway, with that being said, these are great for aroma, and that's why I keep saying you got to smell these things, because they're, oh my God, they're just awesome. I'm in like hop heaven right now in this little bitty shop. Well, it's not really little bitty. It's 12 by 16, I think. Anyway, yeah, crystals are great for aroma, and they're a little bit spicy, so they bring a good mix to many different kinds of beers. But I think like a lager would be best with these. However, I'm going to be doing my beer. I'm gonna do the aroma with these, just so that I can kind of get a good flavor for the beer. I've got enough of these where I can do one beer with just these, and then I'm going to do another beer with the Cascades, the Nuggets, the Crystals, the Centennials. I'm going to do one with all of them. However, from what I read, I haven't done it yet, but from what I read, Nuggets and Centennials are really good for basically bittering. I think I can use them also as a like a aroma type nugget or aroma as well, just so I can get a good sense of what that hop is going to bring to my beer. Okay, so now I'm going to move into the Nuggets. Okay, so there you have it. This was this year's batch. Not too bad considering I transplanted, and this was a first year for the crystals. And I got 7.4 ounces of crystals. So that's going to be good for aroma. And then I've got 3 ounces of nuggets. Looks like 2.6 ounces of nuggets, 1.3 ounces of Cascades, and then 5 ounces of Centennials. So that's not too bad. I think I can get a couple of batches of beer out of that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below what you think this beer might taste like with a combination of Crystal, Nugget, Cascade, and Centennial. Because that I'm not going to do one beer with 1.3 ounces, obviously, and I'm not going to be able to do the same with the Nuggets. So, and that's it for the hops. Now it's time to stick them in the freezer, and next time you see those hops, they're going to be going into a boil. Yeah. Still saying, gotta have some fun on the downhill, right? Oh shit!